Lesson 8. Water and its pollution. Water is the most abundant substance on the earth. It covers more than 75% of the earth's surface. It is the only substance which exists in three forms: solid, liquid, and gas.
Water is very important for us.
Every day, we use water in many ways. We use it for drinking, bathing, washing, cleaning, cooking, and putting out fire. Water is also used in schools, offices, and factories for various purposes. Animals and plants also need water. Plants need water to grow and prepare food. They get water through their roots. Farmers use water to irrigate their crops. Animals need water for drinking and bathing. Because of so many uses, water is often called the source of life. Do you know that 70% of our body weight is due to water? We cannot live without water for more than 1 week. Without water, our body will become restless the very first day. All living things contain a large quantity of water.
Look at the water contents in these pictures.
Watermelon, 95%. Eggs and meat, 75%. Water contents in some food products. Potato, 75%. Shortage of water in our body causes a serious disease called dehydration. Our body needs about 6 glasses of water every day. Sources of water. We get water from many sources like ponds, rivers, streams, lakes, seas, and oceans. But the main source of water is rain. All other sources entirely depend on rain. When it rains, the rainwater goes into ponds, lakes, rivers, and seas. Some rainwater goes underground. We call this underground water. We get underground water through wells, hand pumps, and tube wells. Oceans. Oceans cover more than 2/3 of the Earth's surface, so the largest source of water on the Earth are oceans. However, due to the presence of salts, this water is not suitable for drinking. Rivers.
Rivers are the most important sources of water.
Rainwater seeps through the soil and gets collected under the ground. This water reaches the Earth's surface in the form of springs. Springs are sources of fresh water in the mountains. These springs are formed from small streams. Streams are also formed by the melting of ice and snow in the high mountains. The streams join together and form a river. The place where a river starts is called its source. The Gangotri Glacier is the source of the river Ganges. Lakes. A lake is a body of water surrounded by land. It is bigger than a pool or pond. Sometimes lakes are formed from melting glaciers. Some lakes are big and almost look like a sea. The Chilika Lake in Odisha is very big. Ponds. Ponds are smaller than lakes. We generally find them in villages. Life in water.
The world under the oceans and seas is different.
There are mountains and valleys, forests of seaweed, and many amazing animals.
Have you seen an aquarium?
It displays different kinds of fish found in the sea. Starfish are beautiful creatures with 5 limbs. Some sea creatures are gentle and friendly, but others are fierce hunters. Sharks have sharp teeth with which they eat other sea animals. Dolphins are very gentle and playful creatures. They are the most intelligent of all the sea animals. Thousands of different kinds of fish live in the sea. They have different shapes and sizes. Whales are the biggest animals in the world. Although they look like fish, they are mammals. There is also a variety of freshwater fish in the river. Evaporation and condensation. You must have seen puddles disappearing in a day or so. They dry up to form water vapor because of the heat from the sun. This process is called evaporation. You must have also seen water droplets on the outside of a cold glass water. The process of water vapor turning back into water
Is known as
condensation. Let us understand how this works. Water cycle. The water in lakes, rivers, and oceans gets heated by the sun. It changes into water vapor and mixes with the air. The air rises high up in the sky and comes in contact with cold air. Due to a decrease in the temperature, the water vapor cools down into tiny drops of water. These tiny drops of water cling together to form clouds. When the clouds become heavy, the water falls down as rain. The rainwater again goes to lakes, rivers, and oceans. This water is again heated up by the sun to make water vapor. This makes a cycle known as water cycle. The water cycle is a never-ending process. Water conservation. Most of the rain in India is brought by the monsoon winds. During monsoons, there is usually plenty of water for everyone. Since rain does not fall regularly throughout the year, it is important for us to conserve water. We conserve water by building reservoirs, dams and tanks. We store water in them till we need it. Large river canals are built to take water to places where there is not enough water. A canal is a channel of water taken from a river or a lake and used by farmers for irrigating their fields. Reservoirs are natural or artificial lakes in which water is stored. People use this water for irrigation or to supply for domestic uses or to generate hydroelectric power. A dam is a barrier or wall built across the river to hold back the water, forming a reservoir. It has special gates which can be opened or closed to control the flow of water. Some dams are built to produce electricity, store water and provide water for irrigating fields. Such dams, which have many uses, are known as multi-purpose projects. The Bhagra Nagal Dam on the river Satluj is the biggest dam in India. Can you name some other dams in India? Water purification. Water from the rivers and reservoirs is not fit for drinking. So, before this water can be supplied to homes, it must be purified to remove impurities and germs. This is done in water treatment plants. After it is filtered, chemicals are added to make the water pure. This makes water free from both dust and germs. The purified water is then supplied to houses. After purification, water is collected in big tanks. From these tanks, it reaches our homes through big pipes. When we open our taps, it is this water that we get. In villages, people dig wells and use tube wells to get underground water. Some use rainwater, which collects in ponds or tanks. If a stream is near the village, they may get water from it. Cleaning water. Sometimes in the rainy season, tap water becomes unfit to drink. If we find the water dirty, we should first clean it. We can do it by boiling the water. Boiling kills the germs in it. We can also clean water by using a water filter. In some houses, we get purified water when taps are connected to electrical water purifiers. Water as a scarce resource. Many people in India perform ceremonies to show their respect for water. It is especially common in places where water is scarce. They understand its importance and life-giving properties. If the total water on earth were to fit into a 500 ml beaker, then the fresh water available to us is only 1 teaspoon. The rest is seawater or is locked up in icebergs. Less than 1% is finally available as fresh water. This is available as underground water, ponds, rain and river water. Now you can understand how precious fresh water is. We cannot drink seawater because it is too salty. It can be desalinized for use as drinking water through a very expensive procedure. However, it can be used to make salt. During the monsoons, seawater comes inland and fills up salt pans.
It is kept in check by making dikes to prevent it from flowing back.
Under the hot sun, the water evaporates, leaving behind a crusty layer of salt. This layer of salt is scraped and cleaned for use. Water pollution. One of the most important properties of water is that it dissolves many substances. That is why it is used for cleaning and washing. Cleaning and washing make the water dirty. When this dirty water flows into the ponds, lakes and rivers, the water gets polluted. Water also gets polluted in many other ways. When people throw wastes and garbage into the rivers, when factories drain their wastes into the rivers, when people wash their clothes and take bath in rivers, when people urinate and defecate near a river. Polluted water is very harmful. It causes great damage to plants and animals living in water. Many of our rivers are grossly polluted. Polluted water also attracts flies, insects and mosquitoes to breed there. Mosquitoes spread malaria, filaria and dengue. Polluted water also causes diseases like cholera, jaundice, typhoid, hepatitis and diarrhea. Controlling water pollution. Here are a few steps which can be useful to control water pollution. Do not bathe, wash or clean utensils near the sources of water. Always use a clean bucket or vessel to draw out water from a well. Never throw garbage into a pond or river. Safe storage and handling of water. Water is so important that we cannot live without it. So, we should store and handle water carefully. We should take as much water as we need. We should store water in clean vessels.
We must use a clean container to draw out the water.
We should always take a short shower. We should turn off taps when not in use.